Boom, guys. Listen, we're back. Today, we're going to take a look at my performance at the Singapore Hyrox. What went wrong? What could have gone better? What went well? And I want to start off with this. When I was in the military, different units, right? Many different units. There's something like always have a debrief, right, of any mission, training or not. There's always a debrief, right? That happens very rapidly after the exercise or whatever is done, the event is done. And essentially what you have inside a debrief is you of course review performance, you look at what could have been done good and all, but the end of it is essentially a sustain and improve, right? These two. So we're going to do the same thing, right? Military style debrief for the Hyrox. Guys, I went to Singapore, right? I didn't know what Hyrox was. I think I actually got told about it, but I forgot about it, like what it was. And then it's like, wow, okay, that was it. And so I learned about it like a month ago. Then that's when I learned about the exercises, the skier, the sled push, and all that. And so on 1 month notice, I basically started my training in order to go to this event and try and perform at a really, really high level. I think that since I went into the event, right, any event I go into, I am 100% confident in myself. There's no doubt that that I won't perform well at the event. And, that's regardless of your performance or whatever the result is. At the event, when you're training for something, when you're performing, your confidence needs to be high. It needs to be seriously high. There's no room for being low confidence, right? So I always go in there with a mentality to win, to perform at my best. And I think that in this case scenario, because I have a few mindsets, which is, maybe I'll talk about that in a different video, that really came up as key. But I think that for this event, I think I went in with too big expectations relative to the training, what I've learned about the event so far. I think I went in with too high of expectations. I was imagining getting to a time closer to the 1 hour mark, right? Now, and that's fine, you walk in there and you have expectations for stuff. And that's, you don't, get exactly there, right? That happens for anything, any part of life. And so let's start with the improves then. All right, let's start with the improves since we already, covered one. No expectations. All right, we need to get better at that. I think at least. I think I need to go into my next Hyrox without any expectations. Without any expectations. Right now I have the expectation of performing better. I think that's much better in terms of it's not as tangible as, hey, I want to hit close to this time. Because now we're basically changing it up so that, okay, we just want to be better. So, what is better? Okay, it's 1:13:02, which was the time, and less than that, right? Of course, if it hit the same time again, that wouldn't be beneficial. It wouldn't be, an optimal result. But at least we're not identifying itself with the goal of being, hey, I want this time. And if we're not hitting that goal, then we consider it a loss, right? So we can go in there and just, hey, perform better. This stuff takes time. Like you guys saw the Hyrox video. Guys, I didn't really mention, the Hyrox video is out. Phenomenal stuff. I edited it all myself. I don't need a video editor. Don't comment if you need video editing. I don't hire right now. Maybe in the future, but I'm not hiring right now. If I needed one, I'll get one. Easy as that. The Hyrox video should be here, okay? I'll put the annotation here or here. I don't know what it is. Anyways, go check it out because it's phenomenal. After the race, I met up with a guy who came before me in my heat. There were 4 heats of men's pro racers, right? That was the last heat, and the guy who came before me, I met up with him after the event, and he told me okay, next time you'll cut off like 5 minutes just from learning, and so having no expectation about that, I'm kind of expecting to do that now, and so my big goal for the next one is to let go of that. That's always going to be the goal, to let go of, and this is what I did for my fight too. Not to change subjects too fast, but it's kind of the same. I want to, relate it to something. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't. I was prepared to take a loss or take a win for my Muay Thai fights. All I wanted to do really was to absolutely destroy the other, individual. And so I didn't have any expectations of like it's difficult. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people they sit there and be like, well, Notorious, you said, oh, you want to win, but you had no expectations. What's really the truth? Because you can't say you had didn't have any expectations when you were still confident you were going to win. It's not that easy, all right? It's not black and white. This stuff. What goes on in an athlete's mind during competition, before and after. Like, you never competed in anything. Why are you talking? Why are you talking bullshit? All right. You like that cookie competition you performed in with your grandmother. That doesn't count. Okay, there's no pressure for you to perform. It's only cookies, right? Anyways. I want to say that because it might seem, a bit vague, the terms that I'm dealing with. But once you compete, once you start, living this lifestyle of training for goals and actually, because a lot of people don't do this. They'll train for everything. Yeah, I'm an athlete. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay, where's your competition? Well, yeah, I'm training for it. It'll be down the line. Yeah, where's your competition, huh? You didn't compete. You're not an athlete. Athletes compete. That's what they do. They show off their skills, win or lose, right? And you can have the confidence to win, but but not be tied up to the expectation or the outcome that much. It's very like you don't understand it, but it is a thing. And I'm always 100% confident that I'm gonna perform well. I'm not saying it was a bad performance, but it's something that for the next Hyrox I need to let go of for sure. Another thing to improve on, all right? Bigger warm-up. I warmed up for, I don't know how long, I didn't count. I think that if I had a better warm-up, I think I would perform better. It's kind of like when you jump on the football pitch or whatever sport, right? No warm-up. In Norway, we call it substitution or substitute pulse, basically. Your pulse just suddenly goes like, whoop, right? And you feel like, holy shit, that was, something. So having a proper warm-up is important, right? Very important, especially for this, right? Because you're going to sustain such a high heart rate for such a long time. Your muscles going to get sore, and I think that having a bit better warm-up for me personally is going to suit me better for this. And that's something. Warm-up in general is very, very individual, okay? And it also varies from sport to sport. It does. For Muay Thai fights, I didn't warm up that much. We didn't do pad work. I skipped my rope for 5 minutes, and then I basically you have this Thai oil, right? So you oil up like that, oil up, bro. Other than that, I didn't do that much. There was no pad work. I just did shadow boxing. You don't go for a run or anything. So actually, it was nice with less warm up there. The thing you see a lot with warm up is that you lose a lot of tension on your muscles. If you're doing warm ups, guys, do not do stretching. Okay, don't do long static stretches. You'll lose all the explosivity. Dynamic stuff that works, but don't do the long static stuff. Trust me. But for the Hyrox, I want to change it up a bit. I want to try and get a bigger warm up in, get my heart rate up much more, get a bit of a sweat on even. I think I would perform better if I had that. So the next to improve is warm up. Noted. Number 3 on the improve. Okay, this is a mindset thing. There's a lot of mindset stuff that I drew from this. A lot of stuff to learn. One thing is to compete more with myself more than other people. It's very easy. It's very easy to get dragged down, or not dragged down, but dragged along by others. You have heat, right, of people that you race with. And there's certain people like recognize. Like I recognize the guy who was running ahead of me. I recognized him, and I found myself comparing myself to him too much. In the sense of, okay, where I was in terms of the race. But in reality, this is just a race versus yourself. That's essentially what it is. It's just a time thing. We're basically just starting heats, right? Of course, it feels good to win over others. Just, say that you went faster than someone else. But the attachment of being attached to the time and just yourself and being attached to where everyone else is key. Okay, do not fall for that trap. To expand on this, maybe I'll make a bigger mindset video on this, because I really think that this is probably one of the biggest things. I did Muay Thai fights, right? I've done, whatever, military stuff and Muay Thai fights and ultra marathons. For my ultra marathons, I remember I was really focused on my own performance. I just did my pace. I wasn't getting dragged by anyone else. Especially for the last man standing ultra marathon in Norway, that was good. But for Muay Thai fights, right, you want to absolutely destroy your opponent. And I kind of brought the same mindset into the Hyrox, but it doesn't work. It does not work, because when you're going with that mindset, you're already comparing yourself to the competition, and the only competition you need to worry about is yourself. And of course, the environment for doing that is not optimal. Like an ultramarathon, you're usually on your own, out and about. So there's no outside impressions coming in and trying to, destroy your mind and, have its effect on it. So I think it's easier for that. And I think that it's something to go into in Hyrox with what I said, like focusing more on yourself. Not thinking that you're going to destroy anyone, but destroy your time, essentially. But I might make a bigger video on this, because this is a really key point. And I'll also try and make a bigger video on why it works. What's the mindset switch? Because mindset matters. Everyone knows this. No one says why it matters. Everyone knows that it matters, right? I'll tell you why it matters. I'll tell you how exactly it works, but we'll say that for some other time. So I'll just jot that down. Improve, number 3. Mindset. All right. We have all those 3. Improve, no expectations, warm up, and mindset. I can add on a 4th there. I think I should have trained harder, maybe more structured. There's a lot of stuff. And small stuff too, to take care of. But, it's not like I'm going to make this an hour-long video of all the small details that could have been better, because there's always stuff to improve on. Always. I don't care how good you went. I don't care how good you did in something, in some way. There's always an improve to find there. There's always a way to get better. It does not stop. It's a never-ending, journey. This life of being a professional, of reviewing your own performance and being like, hey, we can do this better. Hey, we can do this better. And it's not for everyone, because a lot of people are weak in their minds, and they don't have what it takes to sit there and self-analyze and be objective when it comes to this, when it comes to their performance. And it's not just something that affects like athletic performance and whatever your competition you decide to enroll in. It's something that translates to life. And this is why I say that this stuff is so powerful, especially the mindset stuff. And competition is a great way to develop that. You start to notice through this process that you want to improve in every area of your life. You leave clothes on the floor. Okay, improve. Hey, you didn't do the dishes right away. Hey, improve. There's so much stuff that, relates to your relationships, your finances, everything, your friendships. Everything has to improve. You have to find it. If you don't find it, well, you will not, okay? A problem, will only be solved once you realize it. Once you realize that there is an issue there. And most people, they walk around all fairy, like this, like they don't know what the fuck they're on about, right? They do all these actions, yet they think that just doing the action will reap any reward. Hey, big news, You need to look for it yourself. No one's going to sit there unless you pay them and, tell you what the hell is going on and what you need to improve on. And so that's the mindset of the professional. And we're sitting here and we're thinking about what we could have done better, because we know that the next, frontier is just around the corner somewhere, in some shape or form. It does not matter whatever it is. We're going to attack it just like anything else with, relentless truth about ourselves. That's the only way to really reach that high level of professionalism, but also, performance in whatever area of life. Now, let's look at the sustains. All right, what was good? What did we do well? Right? There's always stuff to do well as well, right? Or that you did well that you can improve on. Sustain. All right, this is something we want to sustain. We want to keep this going for the next time. Very, very important. In the military, this was like, yeah, we like the pace that we did this at, we took this place with our armored vehicles and soldiers that very fast, and we reported in on the communications that we did this, and that was really good. So that's how I got these terms, and that was an example of that. Sustain. For the Hyrox, something we can sustain is our pacing. All right. Seriously, well done, Nico. I can do a handshake with myself. Very nice done. You can't really handshake yourself. Hey, fun fact, try that right now. Try handshaking yourself. It doesn't work, right? It feels awkward. Really cool. I know that because I've given myself a lot of firm handshakes, because I'm an absolute specimen. Anyways, guys, the pacing was on point, all right? And we have to detach our time from this. We have to. We can't be like, your pacing was on point, but you have a bad time. No. Pacing, all right? What I mean by this is I'm an absolute wild dog, okay? I go out, like a flame, an absolute trailblazer when it comes to this stuff. Don't know if I did use that word wrong. I don't think so. But anyways, we go with like a rocket, okay? That's usually. You see my Muay Thai fights too. It's on from round 1. I don't do what the Thai people do, God bless them. But they really like build it up, and 4th round is like holy havoc. I go all out from round 1. That's not ideal for a Hyrox. That's not ideal for like, competitions differ. This different disciplines, different pacing. For the Hyrox, to get to the point, we paced ourselves really well. I think my first running lap was a 3:46. I'm speaking, in logical numbers, not the American stuff. 3:46 per kilometer. There's no miles here, okay? We're using real numbers. 3:46 for the first lap, which is 1 kilometer, right? Before the ski erg, first exercise. And that is a blistering pace, at 220 pounds, okay? We're not talking featherweights here. 3:46, around a, what is that? 16 kilometer per hour pace or something. That's, very, very fast. And the thing is that I was not tired when I came into the ski erg at all. It was not like that was like, holy, whoa, crazy. So I'm really happy with the pace on the first lap. And I think that we went out not too fast. If we had gone faster, then hey, maybe it would have been different. So I'm happy with the way we paced it. In the sense that, because I'm going to get and this is a different improve as well. But the fact that I was able to just calm my mind and be like, okay, let's take this step by step. That was a big improve for me. No, it was big sustained for me. I want to keep that up. I will say that this though, there's an improve to this sustain too. I think I can go faster, right? But that's always, that's always the thing. I think that I can do everything before the burpees faster, and then that's where I'm gonna cut off my time. I think so, at least, because the burpees, I should probably put this in. There's so this is how it is when you're in my mind. Okay, there's always improves, and then it's very difficult to find sustains. And then you look at the sustains, and it's like, hey, we did this well, but hey, we can also improve it, right? So we find improves. Like I said, there's always stuff to improve on. But yeah, we paced ourselves really well. We didn't, gas out too early or anything. It was only the burpees, which you'll see in the full video. But yeah, good stuff on the pacing there. So that's when I want to keep that up. Good pace, or good pacing, not rushing into it. Second sustain, sled pushes. My God, this stuff was easy. All right, we want to keep up that good work on the sled. Soon I'll be able to just give it one push and it slides all around the carpet floor in the Hyrox hall. That was quick and that was easy. Okay, I barely got any fatigue. I think I stopped at the right time because I did a stop and go strategy. Watch the full video and you'll see why. The stop and go strategy really good. I think I can push the intervals between the stop and go even further, so I gain more distance, less time, and think I can go even faster, like more power. But overall, really good on the sled pushes. Holy shit, that's so good. Sled pushes. It felt easy, and it's 200 kilograms on that. Okay, not pounds. Okay, real weight. Another one, and it doesn't show or tell you in the video. I did the farmer's walk, like what's it called in Hyrox terms, unbroken. Apparently, unbroken, meaning you don't put the weight down. So you can do the lunges, means you don't take a break if you do an unbroken. If you do the sled pushes unbroken, which is very rare because you know you don't want to fatigue yourself, then you did the sled pushes all in one go. Every like round was like I think that's a term at least. But for our farmer's walk, we did it unbroken farmer walk. We walked the whole 200 kilometers with the weights, and we didn't slow down, we didn't speed up, we just was consistent with our pace, and we didn't stop. Very, very good. The farmer's walk. If I can get even better, my grip strength. Look at these goddamn forearms, okay? Look at this stuff. It's like a tree branch. Like I'm a tree trunk. Farmer's walk. If I can get even stronger grip and stronger traps, I can start running with this stuff. You know, it can take me a minute to cover the 200 meter. Maybe that's a bit too much. I don't know. I can improve there still. As you know, my mindset, always improve. But my God, the farmer's walk. And I knew I was gonna kill it too because I've been training farmer's walk for a long time now. Guys, this is the best trap exercise ever. If you guys want to build, boulder traps and look like a phenom, stop doing the shrugs all the time. Okay, do the farmer's walk. Walk a lap around your gym. Best exercise ever. You'll never go back, or you will go back, but you'll do the farmer's walk as a primary, the shrugs as a secondary. You can even superset them for extra growth. Good shit. All right. So that's another sustain. I think that's it for the sustain. Honestly, I have 3 points here. I don't focus too much on it, even though you probably should, right? You should focus on what you did well and want to continue to do well as well, right? But it's very easy to look at the improves all the time and always find stuff that get better. If you have anything that you wanna glaze me with in the comments that I did very well, then hey, feel free. My ego never takes a break. Okay, it can always be fueled. I think that's it. Honestly, we have a very good foundation now for what we can do next, where we can take our performance in terms of time. I think we're going to cut down on several minutes of this stuff for the next one. And I think we're on a good track here to really perform well. And I'm looking forward to performing in a new one. There will be a new one. I have to. I never leave this stuff on red. Let's be honest. Muay Thai fight number 1. I didn't leave that. Like, it was a win, but I don't care. So I did the second fight, right? And I did ultra marathon. I did 100K on my own. It wasn't even an event. I just ran out and did it. I wanted to do it again. I want to up the stakes, up the distances. I want to do that. And I think that's part of the continuous process of this. Always seeking that next breaking the next boundary and not sleeping on wins. Honestly, not sleeping on wins, because it's like what Conor said, I think. Conor McGregor, if you sleep on a win, you'll wake up with a loss, right? And so let's not do that, huh? Let's just focus and stay locked in the whole time and actually see our growth go up and our performance get better. I think that's much better of a plan. And I want to say this too, like with that, and this goes for all of life. Everything I've just talked about in terms of the mindset of all this, it applies to anything in life. If you walk around in life and you're constantly locked in and you're focused on the small details that really make you a professional, make you the man you are in the direction that you want to go, there's no way you can fail, right? There's no way you can fail, right? You're always, you're ticking off this improve, you're ticking off this improve. Okay, what's the next improve? Yeah, boom, boom. You're just focusing on the smaller task. I say this time and time again. The small stuff that's what matters, right? These big grand actions that you might see in Hollywood, these movies, okay? Maybe the whole transformation with the guy, he goes through this transformation, wow, he's a new person. Guys, this is not a Hollywood movie, okay? I don't care how cool your life is. It's done by consistency, done through the actions. And if you're able to set up sustains and improves for your own life, then you're going to get very far. I can promise you that, all right? That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Honest take. Let's go. Let's get it. Take care. And God bless. Boom!